Silas Moore Park. Neighborhood actually knew who they were and shared their names. They were very quick to go yes, and their parents were very quick to bring them in. And the young men paid for the replacement parts that'll go in, and then they also did 12 hours of community service. They picked up Whitehead Street on the backside, going from the train depot around to the cemetery. Then they spent 2 full days, 2 4-hour days, hard-working days, dragging leaves out of nooks and crannies and bushes in the Chatham Burial Park. So Buzz Harmon was our supervisor mentor, and he taught them how to. They did not know what you could use a tarp to pull leaves, and he kept testing their strength to make sure that they were stronger than they thought. So he kept adding leaves to it.
It looked good on Whitehead Street though.
It did. They got down in the creek and everything.
Some
So.
people had good things had done it, but it looked good.
Again, Lieutenant Roach did a great job in there. He actually kind of came up with the idea of, do we think it's appropriate to do community service in lieu of or something like this, and first time young men. They also had a 30-day, they received a 30-day, well, not even probation, but, what do you call it, chief, what's the word? They can't go on the,
Yeah,
so they can't go into
town
parks,
property.
they can't go into town parks, they can walk downtown, but they can't go into town parks, property or anything like that, unescorted with their parents for 30 days. If they do, then we can, again, we hold that ability to come back and go talk to the judge about it if they need to. But the parents and grandparents were very cooperative, a bit embarrassed, but very cooperative. And the young men did good, they were basically good boys. What questions can I answer?
Now, I got one question though. It's, Mr. Morris, I don't know if it's updated pack or not though, but it was, really big pothole that happened a few days ago, just south of the town limits going southbound on 29. Were you familiar or just anything about what happened with that major pothole that got paved over?
No idea why.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well,
I don't know, but I will say also that I saw VDOT has cleaned up the highway between here and Blair's. They had a big trailer full of trash bags over the last couple of days.
Yeah, they've got their spring cleanup crews out.
Okay.
It was needed.
Who does our, equipment maintenance? Who does our equipment?
Buzz does it, he does small engine stuff, unless it breaks hard and we have to take it to the shop, he does all the oiling and greasing and tightening and, small engine adjustments.
Does he get paid separate for that?
No, it's just his,
Really?
it's part of like anyone else, if you own your equipment, you take care of it.
It's the town's equipment.
Right.
Okay.
Now, my further question, what I mentioned to Mr. Morris, did VDOT even tell you that they were going to pave that pothole over at all?
No,
They did not. I asked
they just
that,
showed up and blocked the lanes.
I say that though because it's been a personal pet peeve of mine though, that we don't know from VDOT when they're doing a project in the town, just right outside the town though, and I just wish they would let the town know about these things. I don't know why they don't. And Mr. Morris, you deserve to know, and I think town council deserves to know when that happens, so I'm sorry that you were not informed about this.
Just be glad to come.
I understand that, I understand that, I
Like Santa
understand that, but I
Claus.
still wish they would let us know, especially they had to close
What
the
would you
lane
have
down.
done different if you'd done
So, it'd be nice to inform the towns, like, if they could close down a lane, something like that, so.
All right, if there's no further questions for Mr. Morris, we'll move on to Infomark.
Good evening. Coming in tonight, so I'll do a brief summary. Some questions. Be happy to answer. Both plans were compliance free. We haven't had any compliance issues in well over a year. I think it's close to 3 years, so doing good on that end. Water plant, like Nick said, we did 14.10 million gallons. And wastewater brought in 8.87 million. Total year-to-date expenses, 136,726. The remaining, was 112,855 and 80 Our finals don't hit till the 15th, so a majority of that will be taken out from the sewer repair on 57, clarifier 2, and the sewer break at Chatham Hall. So we'll have the finals.
On page 17, a bill from Bedford Co-op for $265.70, was that for farm equipment or was that for your equipment?
All I know is it's a belt, so I'm not sure if that's for the lawnmower or what.
The lower parts,
I can check with it.
I'll look around the lower parts here.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you. And moving on to the chief of police.
Calls for service was 81, arrest summons violation was 26.
Madam, I have a comment to make. In light of the pothole being fixed, a few days ago, on South 29, Lieutenant Roach was parked in front of that pothole to make sure, for sure, no one was hitting those. So I want to give a very special shout out to Lieutenant Roach for being the cone in a way for that period, which I can't imagine how hard it was, just pouring down rain constantly, so. Again, thank you for Lieutenant Roach and thank you for what y'all do.
Any other questions for the chief? All right, moving on to the fire chief.
Busy month, 37 calls. Just a reminder, the burn ban still in effect, which doesn't apply to construction sites. I know people like to call those in when they see them, but it's, if they have a 300 by 300 area around the construction site, there's a bunch of solar projects going on, and they're gonna be burning, just to let y'all know. As long as it's manned, it's above board.
Good to know. All right. And Madam Clerk.
In collaboration with the town manager, we have continued to review our budget drafts for accuracy and consistency. Any discrepancies or concerns have been addressed over and over. We have ensured that the total proposed budget aligns with our revenue projections and funding sources. The adjustments have been made, balanced with expenditures and with available resources. On April 3rd, I attended the planning commission meeting, and as Nick said, Rachel Gatewood was elected chairman, Roger Maxfield vice chairman, Heidi Jones secretary. The commission has scheduled its regular meetings, and the next meeting I have typo there is set for April 22nd at 6 p.m. And the Virginia Department of Corrections has been billed for their approved settlement. Our payroll tax reports for the quarter were completed and submitted to the IRS. The fines include the employee wages, federal income tax withholdings, Social Security and Medicare taxes, as well as the town's share. In addition to the report, the required tax payments have been made via the IRS's EFTPS reporting system. I'm still working with Open Oversight Virginia to close out a Police Department Virginia Freedom of Information Act request for March of 2025. Submitted pay request number 12 for $44,745 to the Virginia Department of Health on March 27th. Net balance on this project, not accounting for project overruns, is $1,295,499.48. And the new pay request to the contractor by April 20th is $415,439.20. And I did submit that reimbursement request to the Virginia Department of Health today.
Any other questions for Shelley?
Madam, I got a question for Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk,
Yes, sir.
when it comes to someone making a Freedom of Information Act request, are we still charging people who wish to make requests for that, especially if it's a large request that takes a lot of hours and manpower?
And that's why I said I am still working with Oversight Virginia to close out this request, because I have submitted to, that entity a invoice with my proposed fees, and they have not gotten back to me. I had one teleconference with the entity with Chief Lawson and I, and submitted it again. I have yet to hear back from the entity.
Thank
So
you.
I consider the matter not closed.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
on to the consent agenda. Anybody have any comments on the minutes or bills or? All right. Got a motion to approve in block?
Motion by Easton, seconded by Black.